Beginning with the founder of Veterans Canine Solutions. He's Jerry Lyda. Jerry, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us today to talk about your group.
Well, I thank you for having me.
So in short, you take dogs that need saving and you take veterans that need a lot of help. You pair them together and you save 2 lives at once, right?
That is correct.
Talk to me about the good that an animal can do, and I know it could probably take up the rest of the show if you talk all about it, but just highlight for me the bottom line when it comes to a dog helping a vet, especially one with PTSD.
Well, your vets with PTSD, a lot of times, they won't stay in home. They don't want to leave home. They have some issues that these dogs, when they pair them together, that then they have a little more confidence in themselves and they can go out and they can lead a better quality of life than what they've had.
Now, you're not talking about a $20,000 German Shepherd that you have to train specially to be with this certain veteran. You're talking about a dog that you might find at the Humane Society.
Yes, sir. That's what we do. We have people that they go to the Humane Societies and they check out the dogs that they've got there. Then, in their opinion, the dogs that they think would be make good candidates for what we do. And then, of course, we will test them, temperament, and their ability to be around other dogs and people.
I'm trying to picture the kind of dogs, and typically you do see a German Shepherd or a Lab. Is that the kind of dog you're looking for when we're thinking about rescue animals and which ones to pick out to help you?
Well, actually, breed is not as important as type. The type of dog that we look for is a whole lot more important than the breed itself. So a lot of your pit mixes, they make very good service dogs as well. So a lot of people see them on the street have a little anxiety about them, but they're really, really nice dogs.
You know, one of the figures I saw recently was that 300,000 veterans have come back from the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan with post-traumatic stress disorder. And I'm sure that number has grown because those figures were at least 2 years old, so probably pushing many 100,000, each one of them needing some assistance when they get back and try to readjust. What is it about a dog? Is it just having that feeling that you always have a friend next to you that can help bring you out of the shadows of PTSD?
Pretty much, that's what it is. This dog becomes like a battle buddy. Now, when he's overseas, you got one another watching each other's back. But when he comes home, he don't have that. So, of course, he's got his family and this, that, and another, but a lot of things that these guys have gone through, they don't say a lot to family and friends. Even the psychiatrists at the VA, they keep a lot of that stuff to themselves. And this dog is a means of helping them overcome the situations they've been in, and he can tell all his troubles to this dog and don't have to worry about the dog repeating any of it.
You know, one of the things I also read was that a dog can help a veteran draw the line between being assertive without being aggressive, because the veteran does have a lot of work to do as this animal's master. Talk about what it can teach a veteran when he or she has to manage that dog.
Yeah, and that's true. That focuses his being to do something else for the dog and not so much for him. You know, it's just for the dog, and it helps him by doing that.
Jerry, have you seen a veteran go from the depths of PTSD to having a brighter life because of a dog? And tell me about maybe 1 or 2 you've seen.
Well, it's more than 1 or 2.
I bet it is.
It's every one that I've got. And recently we graduated a total of 36 dogs, but not completely certified. Some of them had. But every one of these veterans, and when they get that dog, you can see it in their, the way they hold themselves, the way they walk, the way they talk, everything. They've got somebody or something now that they can care for and take care of them at the same time.
Who trains these animals? How did you hook up with these folks with that kind of expertise?
I've got 4 trainers, myself and my son, and we've been doing this for quite some time. And then I have another trainer that his name is Al Wood. He's out of, well, he was a CB in the Navy.
Yeah.
And he also has PTSD.
What's CB stand for?
CB, he was a construction guy. He went in and built airways so we could land airplanes in country.
Yeah.
So, and he cleared the way and built buildings and stuff. He's construction. So when he got out, he went to Tennessee, and he was one of the state certifiers for the police dogs in the state of Tennessee. The other gentleman we've got is William, we call him Bill McClure. He is one of the few in this area that has competed in competition, obedience competition, in world competition. So he's been there, done that.
Knows what he's doing.
Yes, sir.
Why are you doing this? Is it because of your love for this country, because of your service to it, or have you always been a lifelong dog lover? How did these two worlds come together for you?
Now you're touching my heart. Yes, all the above. Of course, I'm a Vietnam era veteran. I wasn't in country, but I had the opportunity to go one time, and the orders was changed, and instead of becoming a river rat, I became an aviation Airedale on a aircraft carrier. But
Okay, still a key part of the cause, though.
yes, sir. And my dad-in-law, of course, was in Vietnam twice, and he's my main reason. He had PTSD pretty bad, and I've been training dogs since I was 12. So I figured there's got to be a way that I can do things to help my brothers coming back, so they don't have to go through what I went through when we came back. Vietnam and now is so much different, and I'm so glad and grateful that they are.
How can we help you? How can people who are watching today help you? Is it as simple as mailing a check? Do they need to find an animal for you? If a person in your life is suffering from PTSD, how do we turn to you, Jerry?
Well, the VA is where we get our veterans from. And of course, when we get the veterans, then we'll get the dogs. But our main thing right now is funds, of course, to operate.
Sure.
We're struggling. We train outside. Bad weather, we train. If it's raining, we train. And we need to get an indoor facility, a place where we can train. And we're looking for donations as far as that goes, and money to help support us.
I'd like to put the information for Veterans Canine Solutions up on the screen right now for your consideration. You heard what Jerry needs. You heard about the incredible work that he and his team do. There's their website now, veteranscaninesolutions.org. You can write that down, or if you're DVRing this episode of the Means Report, you can pause it right here. And there's their phone number, too. You can give them a holler after the holidays at 706-231-3856. Again, 706-231-3856. Listen, I know our time together has been brief, Jerry, but you've touched my heart with what you do, and I just want to say a deep thank you for what you do for our nation and the men and women who protect all of us.
Well, thank you, Brad, for having me on, and I do appreciate it. I really do.
Absolutely. You're welcome here anytime, sir. Jerry Lyda,